Jontay Porter, are you shitting me? I'm not even laughing, bro. Like,
I know.
You can go into the details because I don't want to go right in without people who may have been sleeping under a rock. But
so Woj, our good friend Woj from ESPN, put out a tweet about Jontay Porter being investigated for some sports betting stuff. And in the article, it said, in a game on January 26th against the Clippers, there were an increased betting interest on the under for Jontay Porter's props, which for the night were set at 5. I'm sorry. I just think about, like, we've talked about this before. There's certain players that you should probably avoid betting on. If somebody's prop is at 5.5, like just stay away.
Like Draymond Green.
Just stay away.
Yeah.
But it was 5.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, assists and a half. That was his over
Draymond
under.
just caught a wicked stray.
Wicked. But I've failed for the Draymond bait before.
I have too.
That evening, Jontay Porter played just 4 minutes before leaving the game because of what the Raptors said was an aggravation of an eye injury that he suffered 4 days earlier against the Memphis Grizzlies. Porter did not score against the Clippers and had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and did not attempt the 3, meaning that all of his under props hit. The next day, as a part of the daily report for users on betting results, Sportsbook stated that the under on Jontay Porter's threes was the biggest money winner for bettors of the NBA props for that evening. At least one other sportsbook detected unusual betting interest on Porter's props in the game in question. Sportsbook industry sources told ESPN that multiple betting accounts attempted to bet large amounts, upwards of $10,000 to $20,000, on Jontay Porter's under in a January game versus the Clippers. The betting limit on the player prop on many sportsbook is between $1,000 and $2,000. So they tried to 10x the amount that they put in on Jontay Porter, and it's not just one account.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are speculating that he's got like a group chat. Jontay Porter, before making it to the league, did an appearance in 2021. We talked about day trading. He talked about cryptocurrency.
He had his own Discord about it, too.
So he's big into getting some money and flipping it. And people are speculating that part of maybe that Discord or a group chat saying, hey, guys, I'm going to say that I have an illness. Today's the under day.
And you know what's crazy? He's one of those dudes that he's just not that guy, right? So, like, he should know realistically that can probably be flagged if it looks too suspicious. Mm-hmm. No one's hammering the Jontay Porter under.
Yes.
So, like, he should have known that what he was doing was going to look a little fishy. These betting companies do not want to lose money. Mm-hmm. And they are, like, so tight-knit with that shit. So, like, for him to go out there and do that with his name attached to it, it's kind of crazy.
Go ahead.
I also found out that every team has their own. Every NBA team has their own team that looks into this type of stuff, and then the NBA has a bigger team that does this on a regular basis to try to make sure there's no tomfoolery going on. And Jontay is just the first one to get caught amidst of all of this, like, betting integrations that we see in sports.
If everything is true, because they do have to investigate and everything, Jontay Porter is a damn fool.
He's a damn fool.
The reason Jontay Porter is a damn fool is because, like you just said, and like KB just said, anybody with any type of sense understands that betting, it is first and foremost a business.
Yes.
This is a major operation from everybody who is running these sites and casino, whatever. It is a business. You're also in a business of the NBA, which to think you can just loosey-goosey randomly put $20,000 on Jontay Porter, whether you was doing it yourself through your mama account, a cousin, a friend, in a group chat, you have to be a damn fool to think nobody is going to.
Notice.
Yes, that's just stupid. And then the other part that is even more infuriating to me is, like, I've bet, but I don't gamble. I'm not a bettor. If that makes any sense.
You're not a daily gambler.
Just like I
you
might
just have some fun. Sometimes.
I'll have a cigar, but when I go to the doctor, I've never told them I'm a smoker.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but this is greed, and that's why I'm glad he got caught. Mm-hmm. And I hope anybody else in the league or any around this shit gets caught too, because this is just pure greed. It is a privilege to be in the NBA. It is a privilege to be able to pay your bills from a game like the NBA. And the fact that you risked all of that shit for what? You was gonna turn 20,000 into 40,000? Mm-hmm. Like,
at best, yeah.
And I'm just so confused on what the hell, like. And then it's the part where it's like, it's the game.
Yeah.
It's the integrity of being a player, and now you're a part of this like sorority of a brotherhood of just like competing and playing for something and having some pride and just being a part of that shit. And you threw it away for a $20,000 bet.
In all seriousness,
Do you know how many people
it's not worth it.
that
It's
have
not worth
NBA
it at
talent?
all. It's not worth it
Isaiah
at all.
Austin has NBA talent, was going to the NBA, but he got stopped for some shit that he can't control his body. He had, you know what I mean? Like Isaiah Austin is a perfect example of somebody who would love to be in the NBA, love to be able to play, compete, be in a locker room, a part of that, but his body wouldn't allow him to. And here it is. You have the opportunity, fine and well, but you want to take your opportunity and bet on your damn self. Yo, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame because when Pete Rose bet, he bet on him to win.
Hey,
You bet on yourself to be ass.
On the
That's
real, I was gonna
crazy.
say,
That is
what's the
crazy.
difference? And it's not like it's gonna make a big difference, but at least if he would have taken his overs and he was trying to like, he was getting better.
Yeah.
He take 20 shots all of a
It's for
sudden.
real.
Yeah.
I have a lot more respect. I look
Yeah.
at you a lot different as a
I'll
man and
take
as a
my 6
competitor
boards.
and as a person where you bet the under on yourself. Mike, I'm coming to here. I want you to put 20,000 on this podcast. I'm gonna be ass today. I just got a feeling in my stomach that I'm gonna be ass today. Today is gonna be my worst podcast. That is crazy to me. He taking the under on himself.
Yeah.
That means he knew beforehand I'm
Did
about
y'all
to sit
see
out this game.
the video where he hits the
He
three?
faked injuries.
Yes.
Yes.
I seen it
Hey,
through-
trainer, my eye.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, Mike is talk about that.
There's a video where it's like he hits a three.
And he made
it's
that
a
face?
weird, yeah, it's a weird looking three. It hits all backboard, and then it pans into like a close up of his face, and it's all scrunched up. Like
saw that,
He
yeah.
didn't want to hit it because he's getting close to that over.
And it's just obviously this is all being investigated, right?
Yeah.
We won't know for sure for some time, but the report is the report.
Yeah.
The report is the report.
You're
And
not
it's-
coming back from this.
It's disappointing, and I think that the NBA is going to set an example. If everything becomes like, oh, we know that this was Jontay, they have to set an example.
I hope they do. I never want to. If this is all true, I would never want to see Jontay Porter in the league.
Well,
again.
I
he
think-
was barely
yeah.
in the
Yeah, he was
goddamn
barely
league to
in the
start
league.
off
That's-
with.
so,
He's
like,
a
this-
two-way player.
He got a whole brother in the league.
Yeah.
He has.
this is like him playing
has
on
a
max contract.
He has a whole brother.
Yeah.
From what I know from watching his brother and him come up in the ranks, I think they come from a nice family. I don't want to say that they was rich or wealthy, anything
Coach
like
follows
that.
me on Twitter.
But come on, man. What are you doing? Y'all have full rides to Mizzou. They got sisters and a younger brother that hoop and play different sports and everything. They always look
I read
like
that their sister tore her ACL 3 times.
That's crazy.
So they just
crazy.
all have
In the
injury
same knee?
history. That part I don't know.
But it's just like beautiful family. Look, from everything that I've seen, following Michael Porter Jr. since he was in high school, just nice upbringing. You know what I'm saying? And they good. Yeah, dad was a coached at Mizzou. Reason why they went there. Brothers on a max contract. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? $20,000 on the over. I mean, for the under on yourself is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame because at least he had enough cojones to bet on himself. Pete Rose coming in, hey, I'll put 50,000. We finna bust their
Yeah.
ass.
And you know what's crazy? Jontay Porter could have just been out there just busting his ass to get a better contract. And he could have ended up getting way more money than 40 bands.
That's a great point, Darrick.
Like, that's what he could have done. He could have bet on himself to just go out, not
a
betting,
literal-
not
yeah,
actually
not a
betting,
literal sense.
but like he could have went out there. He had the opportunity to
'Cause
go
he
out
bet
there
on
and
himself.
hoop.
Yeah, he did.
He
It
could have
didn't
went out
end so
there and
well.
hooped and got a better contract and been making millions.
That's
instead.
a nail in the
And
coffin,
now it's
Darrick.
like, now you might not never get a contract
Yep.
again. So
Any money you was potentially trying to get by gambling, you could have made 5 times over by busting your ass
on the court.
Busting
That's all you
your
got to do.
ass.
Because when you play in that center position, right now, all you got to do is, he already was shooting threes, even though he really wasn't making a high volume of them. But like,
Hey,
he
the
was shooting
reason
them.
because he was betting at the goddamn under.
Yeah, who knows what his real game look like?
Yeah.
he out there trying to be out there on ass on purpose. So who knows? Who knows what his game is like?
He could have
Honestly
rebounded,
speaking,
block shots, and
because the
rim ran
Jontay Porter
all
I know,
game.
the Jontay Porter I know is a remarkable 3-point shooter. Remarkable.
I
That
think
was
he's a
one of
good
the
3-point
intrigues.
shooter because that clip where he tried to miss on purpose and it banked in. Like, damn, I'm better than I thought. There's also just a lot of people going back to look at the specific games.
Yeah.
There was Tom Haberstroh went through all of the footage and there was This is a very minor thing, but at the end of a quarter,
Oh, it's all major now.
very true. At the end of a quarter, a shot goes up, and instead of getting the rebound with the last couple seconds on the clock, he let the ball just bounce and just walked away instead of grabbing that board.
A real center would get that so he can get that rebound.
Yeah,
stat.
Just
I-
ask
yeah,
what's
I
happening.
wanna
Everybody
look out
knows
there
that.
rebound.
I want all my shit.
A little bit of the play in the game is
Hey,
stat padding a little
we
bit.
only
sure.
we only no food on the table.
Yes,
sure.
exactly.
So
Russell Westbrook would have got that rebound.
Russ Westbrook got
Oh,
back
hell yeah.
more.
He would have rebounded, threw it off the backboard, got one more.
We just got multiple gambling scandals going on in our sports, like the Shohei / his interpreter thing just
Yeah.
going on. And a lot of people are putting it like on the scale of the NFL, who have caught a couple different people
Yes.
gambling, like Calvin Ridley. But
Yeah.
he wasn't gambling on himself because he was
For
injured
sure.
at the time.
Yeah.
They gave him like 6 games, I think was the number. I think because this is basically the first example for the NBA, they gonna show like, hey, you see what Jontay Porter did, you can't do that, and he might get like a real ban.
He
Yeah,
should.
no, he
Like
would-
a
should.
ban.
But this is great for the NBA because number one, he's Jontay Porter. Nobody's going to.
I was gonna say he
That's-
don't
that's
have
what I
no
was thinking
leverage in
too.
this.
Number
Like, it's
one.
not like he is.
Like if it
no-
was his Michael Porter Jr.
yeah.
or somebody that really matters in the
Sells
grand
jerseys
scheme,
or something.
Yeah.
this is a terrible, terrible thing. But a two-way player doing this, they can afford to say, "Yo ass
Yep.
can't play no more in our
Yes.
Yep. And that's what I would do. I would shake the entire league for anybody to ever think
Do y'all
about
think
or consider.
overseas
But I
teams
also
will look at that too?
Nah.
league." He'll get a nice contract overseas if he wanted to.
But I do want to say, because it was speculated, people been saying, man, he probably not the only one. He probably ain't the only one betting. He's the only damn fool betting the under on himself.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Keep them going, try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA over here, feeling fun.